Yes, ma'am.
We are doing more sums that is related to adjustment of capital. Okay. So can you please
Yes,
read
ma'am.
this sum for me?
Ram, Mohan, and Sohan were partners in a firm sharing profit in the ratio 4:3:2:1.
Okay.
And their balance sheet was as follows.
Okay.
Ma'am,
This is the balance sheet. Okay. So
yes, ma'am.
with this, do you understand? Is there anything that is needed to be done?
Yes, ma'am.
What?
Ma'am, like to make like a
You
closing
don't
capital.
understand anything because till now I don't
Yeah,
know
okay.
what is the thing. Okay.
Okay, because it's not mentioned. Yeah.
Now you will read ahead. Read ahead.
Okay, yeah. From the above date, the partners decided to share future profit in the ratio 1:2:3:4.
Now what does this mean?
And so that they have a new profit sharing ratio.
There is a change in PSR.
Yeah, change in PSR.
If there is a change in PSR means
Change in structure.
if there is a change in PSR, that means there is a change in structure. If there is a change in structure means what?
That there will be a revaluation account made and goodwill adjustment will be done and
There is goodwill
undistributed profits and
adjustment. If there is goodwill adjustment, one thing to find is what necessary.
gaining partner and sacrificing partner.
Gaining ratio and sacrificing ratio.
Yeah.
For goodwill adjustment, what is the journal entry that you pass?
Gaining partner capital account debited to sacrificing partner capital account.
Gaining partner capital debit, sacrificing partner credit. So you make a
Yes.
revaluation account, you revalue your assets and liabilities, you do goodwill
Yes.
adjustments, and you distribute your undistributed profits and undistributed losses. Are you
Yes,
with?
ma'am.
Okay, fine.
Yes, ma'am.
What are the accounts that you're supposed to prepare? Revaluation account,
Revaluation account, partners
the
capital
capital
account,
account, and
and the
balance sheet of
balance
the new
sheet.
constituted firm. So when I
Yes,
am
ma'am.
preparing partners capital account, what is the first thing that I will do?
Partners cap.
Where will I write all
And
this?
yeah, the capitals.
Partners capital account, which side?
This thing, credit side.
This will be on the credit side. Very good. This is undistributed profits.
Yes.
But for this, I will need to see if there is any claim or not.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
There is a claim.
Now, we'll read ahead now. Okay, read ahead and
Yeah.
tell.
For this purpose of goodwill of the firm was valued at rupees 1,80,000.
Okay, fine. So goodwill is valued at 180,000. Can I do adjustment
Yes.
for goodwill?
Yes, we can. No.
Okay, fine. So for that, what we need to find?
The gaining partner ratio, sacrificing partner ratio.
How do I do?
We'll subtract the new ratio and
Ram,
old ratio.
Mohan, Sohan, and
Yeah.
Hari, right?
Yep.
Old ratio.
Old ratio.
What is the old
4 by
ratio?
10. 4 by 10, 3 by 10, 2 by 10, and 1 by
4
10.
by 10, 3 by 10, 2 by 10, 1 by 10. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
What is the new ratio?
1 by 10, 2 by 10, and 3 by 10, 4 by 10.
1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yes.
So what is the gain or sacrifice? What is the formula that we use for gaining or sacrificing ratio? On, right?
Yeah. On, yeah.
So this will be 4 minus 1. I'm not doing the denominator because the denominator is the same, right?
Same. Yeah.
3 minus 2, 2 minus 3, and 1 minus 4. Yeah?
Yes.
So what is the gaining or sacrificing ratio?
R and M are gaining and the S and H are
By 10,
sacrificing. Yeah, 3 by 10,
1 by 10,
1 by 10, and then minus
1 by
1 by
10,
10.
minus
and
3 by
minus 3 by
10.
10.
So this both partners are,
The gaining.
these both partners are gaining, and these both partners are
Sacrificing.
sacrificing. So I have 180,000 divided by 10. So
Yes.
18,000. Gaining partner debit. S
Yes, sir.
debit 18,000.
Yes.
18,000 into 3. H
3.
debit 54,000. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
54,000. Yes, ma'am.
What is the amount of goodwill?
1,80,000.
1,80,000. Sacrificing partner is how much? So the journal entry for goodwill will be gaining partner debit, sacrificing partner credit. Are you with me?
Yes, ma'am.
So the gaining partners are Sohan and what is the name?
Hari.
Soham and Hari. So these both partners will be debited, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And these both partners will be credited.
Yeah.
Okay. So the journal entry for this is gaining partner debit, sacrificing partner credit. If we have to pass the
Credit.
journal entry, we will pass this journal entry 18,000. This is 54,000 and 18,000 with me.
Yes, ma'am.
54,000, 3 share for Ram and 18,000, 1 share for Mohan. So the entry would be Soham capital account debit. How much?
This thing. 18,000.
18,000. Hari's
Yeah.
capital account debit
54,000.
to Ram's capital
Uh,
account to Mohan's capital account.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. These people will get the goodwill money.
Yes, ma'am. They will.
These people will get the goodwill money and these people will give the goodwill money.
Give.
Okay, fine. Now let's talk about Soham. Let's see how we will
Yes,
pass
ma'am.
the entry in the partner's capital account. So we are talking about Soham. Soham is going to get, right?
Yes, ma'am.
18,000. Who is going to give?
Ravi. No, wait, no. Right.
Hmm? Who is going to
This
give?
M.
Ram and Mohan.
Ram and Mohan, right? Both.
Yeah, Ram and Mohan will give.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
they have to give in the ratio of 3 is to 1.
Yes, ma'am.
So Ram and Mohan will give it in the ratio of 3 is to 1. That means 3 by 4, 1 by 4. If I divide
Hmm.
18,000 by 4, so the per share is 4,500.
Yes, ma'am.
Ram and Mohan. So Mohan will give how much? Mohan will give 4,500 and Ram will give 4,500 into 3,
Yeah.
13,500.
Okay.
Okay. So the journal entry for this will be Ram capital account, no, Soham capital account debit. Soham capital account will be debit
Yeah.
18,000 to Ram 13,500 and to Mohan 4,500. So on the debit side of the Soham's capital account, let's see this. On the debit side of Soham's capital account, on the debit side of the Soham's capital account. See
Mohan's
Soham's
capital
capital
account.
account here.
Yes, ma'am.
On the debit side of Soham's capital account, Ram is going to give 13,500 and Mohan is going to give 4,500. Ram will give
Yes, ma'am.
13,500 and Mohan will give 4,500. Okay. Similarly, I want you to first do this part. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
This was what we did for Soham on the
Yeah.
debit side. So Soham's capital account debit 13,500 and 4,500. 13,500 from Ram, 4,500 from Mohan. So Ram's capital account will be credited. Ram's capital account credited. Which capital is debit? Soham. And Mohan will also be credited. Whose capital account debit? Soham. Just try
So,
do this, understand. I'll pause the video for you. The journal entry for goodwill was Soham is the gaining partner, correct?
yeah.
Soham is going to get 18,000 from Ram and Mohan.
Yeah.
Soham is going to get 18,000 from Ram and Mohan in the ratio of 3:1.
East one.
Are you with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, similarly, Hari is also the gaining partner.
Yeah.
Okay. Who is Hari? Hari is also the gaining partner.
Meaning partner.
So, Hari
Yeah.
will get how much?
T4.
Hari will get how much? How much is he gaining? We calculated, right?
Yeah, 5,400.
54,000. So, Hari will get how much?
Yeah, 54,000.
From
It's
whom?
gonna be the same. From the both the sacrificing partners, right?
So,
Sohan
Hari
Mohan,
is going to get.
Ram and Mohan.
Okay, now we are talking about Hari. Okay. How much is Hari going to get?
54,000.
54,000. This 54,000 he is going to get from whom?
Ram and Mohan.
Okay. Ram and Mohan. In which ratio?
3:1.
In the ratio of 3:1. 3/4 and 1/4. Okay. Now
Yes.
54,000 divided by 4 is how much? 13,500.
Yeah.
Okay. 13,500 into 3. This is 40,500.
Yeah.
13,500 into 1 is a 13,500.
13,500.
So Hari is the gaining partner, right?
Yes.
So Hari capital account debit. How much?
54,000.
54,000. Hari is going to get 54, but from two people. Who are the two people?
Yes. Ram and Mohan.
To Ram capital account and to Mohan
Yeah, and Mohan
capital
capital
account.
account.
From Ram, how much is he going to get?
40,500.
From Mohan.
13,500.
That means now on Hari's capital account, debit side. Hari's capital account, which side?
Debit side.
From Ram, he is going to get 4,500.
Yes.
So to Ram's capital account.
Okay. Yeah.
And from Mohan, he is going to get how much? 13,500.
13,500. Right.
Okay.
Yes,
Hari is
ma'am.
the capital account debit side.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. But Ram and Mohan, which side?
Debit side.
Ram and Mohan, which
Wait,
side?
no. Credit side.
Credit side. So for Ram and Mohan, okay, on the credit side, Ram capital account credit side, I will write. They are going to give to whom? Hari.
Hari.
Okay. Mohan
Yes,
capital
ma'am.
account credit side should have 13,500 and they are going to give this to Hari.
Yes,
Understand?
ma'am.
Do I will wait.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now the next part of this. We have done the goodwill adjustment.
Yes, ma'am.
Now we are talking about this. The claim for workmen compensation has been estimated at 150,000. Can you please
Yes, ma'am.
explain me this?
And there is more claim than there is reserve. Right.
So the workmen compensation reserve is how much?
1,20,000.
The workmen compensation reserve is how much? One.
1,20,000.
Claim is how much?
1,50,000.
The claim is 1,50,000.
Yes.
That means you have a loss.
Yes, ma'am.
How much?
Of 30,000.
30,000. Where will this loss go?
The revaluation account.
Which side?
Debit side.
Debit side. What will you write?
This thing. What do we say?
This loss is on account
What?
of what? This
Debit. No one.
is on account of what? Workmen
And like.
compensation claim.
Yes, ma'am. Am I
This
writing it?
loss is on account of what? Because of the claim, right?
Yeah.
This loss is on account of the claim. So I will write
Claim.
to worksman
Okay.
compensation
Workman
claim.
compensation claim.
To workman compensation claim how much? 30,000. Are you with?
30,000. Yes, ma'am.
Then they say adjust the capital account of partners according to new profit sharing ratio. This is adjustment of capital by opening current account.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So I have the partners capital account which looks something like this.
Yes.
Okay. I have the partners capital account which looks something like this. There is nothing else that is going to be distributed to the partners, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So in my partner's capital account, the first thing I had the opening capital, then this was the goodwill adjustment, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Now I am going to teach you how to close it.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know how to close it?
Mm,
Hmm?
no, ma'am, I don't remember.
You don't remember? You didn't
No,
watch the
ma'am,
video?
I was idiot.
You watch, but you still don't remember. No problem. So this was our opening capital and this was the goodwill adjustment that we did. Are you with me?
Yes, ma'am.
And our sum hazard in the revaluation account, there is a workman compensation claim of 30,000. First thing I will do is I will close all the accounts. So which account I'm supposed to close? The revaluation account. First,
Yes, ma'am.
how do I close the revaluation account?
Giving the thing.
Tell me.
And will I give
30,000
the
is the
amount to the
total of
partners?
revaluation account.
Yeah, yeah.
30,000 is the total of revaluation account. I'll write the total on both the sides.
We'll go to the partners.
If here
Yes, ma'am.
it is a revaluation profit. If it is here, it is a revaluation.
Revaluation loss.
Okay. So this will go to whom?
The partners.
Which partners?
Uh,
Ram, Mohan, Soham, and
okay.
Hari.
Hari, okay. All of them.
Which partners it will
In
go
old
to?
ratio.
Ram,
Ramohan,
Mohan,
Sohan,
Soham,
Hari.
and Hari in old ratio. What is the old ratio? 4 is to
4
3
is
is
to
to.
3 is to 2 is to 1.
That means 4 by 10, 3 by
Yes, ma'am.
10, 2 by 10, and 1 by 10.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
30,000
ma'am.
divided by 10 is how much?
30,000 divided by 10.
30,000 divided by 10 is how much?
3,000.
3,000. So 3,000 into 4.
Yes, ma'am.
How much?
3,000 multiplied by 12,000.
12,000 will go to Ram.
Yeah.
9,000 will go to Mohan. 3,000
Yes,
into
ma'am.
2. 6,000 will go to Soham. And 3,000 will go to Hari. Are you with me?
Yes, ma'am.
So revaluation account is on the credit, partner's capital debit.
Yes, ma'am.
So your credit and your debit. So 12,000, 9,000, 6,000 and 3,000.
Yes, ma'am.
Revaluation loss. You know revaluation profit appears over here, revaluation loss appears
Yeah,
over
loss.
here, right?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Now I have to close the partner's capital account.
Yes, ma'am.
And it should be in the which ratio? It should be the partner's capital account. They said, right?
Yes,
Adjust
ma'am.
the partner's capital account to according to the new profit sharing ratio. Did they say this to me?
Yes, they did.
So I have to adjust the partner's capital account as per the new profit sharing ratio.
New
Are you
profit sharing ratio.
okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. You're with me, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So I have to adjust this as per the new profit sharing ratio. Okay, fine. I have to see total of debit. What am I calculating?
The
Adjusted capital. What am I
adjusting
calculating?
capital. Adjusted
Adjusted
capital.
capital. Partner's capital account usually has what balance? Credit balance, right?
Credit credit balance. Yeah.
So I will take total of credit. I have Ram, Mohan, Sohan, and Hari. Are you with me?
Yes, ma'am.
You can do with me if you are finding difficult.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you doing with me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So I have total of credit. The first thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you do the total of credit for me?
Well, accept.
RAM is how much? 4 lakh plus
4 lakh.
13,500 plus
Yes.
4,500.
Yeah.
So this is 454,000.
Yes, ma'am.
Mohan. So we'll Mohan is 4,50,000 plus
Yes, ma'am.
4,500 plus 13,500. 4 lakh
Yes,
68,000.
ma'am.
Soham
Yes, ma'am.
250,000 and Hari 250,000.
50,000.
I will total all of this, that is 454,000 plus 468,000 plus 5 lakhs.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is going to give me how much? 14,22,000. 14 lakh 22,000. Are you with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Then I will deduct from this total of debit. Understand properly, this was the old capital. No, let it be. This is not the old capital. Okay, I will minus the total of debit. What is the total of debit? 12,000 for Ram,
12,000.
9,000 for Mohan.
Yes,
For
ma'am.
Soham it is 0, 0, 5 and 5, 10, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 14. So this is 24,000, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Soham, are you with me?
Yes, ma'am.
What is total of Soham? 24,000.
24
And what
hours.
is total for Hari? 43,
What?
500, 500,
5?
44, 44,000 plus 13,000, 57,000.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
So what is the total that I have to subtract? 12,000 plus 9,000
12,000.
plus 24,000 plus 57,000. Total that I have to subtract is 102,000. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So my new capital should be 1422,000 minus 102,000. My new capital should be 13 lakh 20,000.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you with me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Just give me a minute, okay?
Okay.
Do it if you're not with me. So the capital account of the partners have to be adjusted in the new profit sharing ratio, and the balance
Yes,
to
ma'am.
be adjusted through their current account. What we did is that we did a total of credit. From that, we have
Mm.
deducted a total of debit.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you with me? When
Yes,
I
ma'am.
did this, I know that my adjusted closing capital should be 13,20,000. 13 lakh
Yes,
20,000.
ma'am.
And this 13 lakh 20,000 has to be adjusted in the new profit sharing ratio. And new profit sharing ratio is, what is the new profit sharing ratio? 1 is to 2 is
1
to
is to 2 is to 3 is to 4.
1 is to 2 is to 3 is to 4.
4.
So the total of this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if I divide
Yes,
this
ma'am.
by 10, so it is 1 lakh 32,000, right? 1
Yes,
lakh
ma'am.
32,000. So Ram, Mohan, Soham, and Hari.
Yes, ma'am.
Ram will get 1 lakh 32,000. Mohan will get 1 lakh 32,000 into 2. So it is
Yes,
how
ma'am.
much? How much will Mohan get? Yes, ma'am, is not the answer, darling.
It's 1,27,000.
132,000 into 2 is how much?
Up it. Okay. No. 4 or 6. 2 lakh 60.
You did the calculations, right?
Yes, ma'am. But I got something else.
2 twos are 4,
Yeah, 2 lakh
264.
64,000.
You will come and
Something
do
else.
basic maths in class every day for 1 hour.
Oh,
1 lakh 32,000 into 3 is how much?
1 lakh into 3.
Dear,
Yeah,
you
3
did
lakh
it, right?
96. 3 lakh 96,000. Yes, ma'am.
And into 4,
Yeah, this ma'am.
5 lakh
I got something else.
28,000.
Yes, ma'am.
How you got something else?
I did a mistake, I think, while
What mistake you
calculating.
did? Yes. Bakir,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
this total is wrong, darling. Hari's capital account
Okay.
credit side is how much? 2 lakh.
2
Please
lakh.
copy answers. Don't copy answers from the marking scheme. I'm telling you again.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
454,000 plus 468,000 plus 250,000 plus 200,000 This is 13,72,000. 13,72,000 minus 102,000. This is 12,70,000.
Yes, ma'am.
12,70,000 now has to be brought by the partners in which ratio?
New ratio.
So 12,70,000 divided by 10, so 1,27,000.
Yeah. Okay.
1,27,000 has to be brought in by the partners in 1 is to 2 is to. Can
One
you
is
tell
to two
me
is to
the
three is to
ratio at
four.
least?
Yeah, one is to two.
Okay. 1 is to 2 is to 3 is to 4. So 127 will be brought by Ram.
Yeah,
127 into 2.
oh, that's correct.
254,000 will be
Two
got
fifty four thousand
by Mohan.
by Mohan.
381,000 will be got by
381,000
Sohan.
Sohan.
And 508,000 by Hari. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this will be, what will this be? The new capital.
New
Because
capital.
this is adjusted as per the new profit sharing ratio. Are you with me?
Yes, ma'am.
So my closing capital will become how much? Closing capital will come on which side? To
Yeah,
balance
debit side.
goes down. It will come on the credit
Yeah, to
side.
balance close down.
And what will be my closing capital? 127,000.
Yeah, 127,000, 254, 381, and 508,000.
My closing capital will become 127,000.
Yes, ma'am.
Now 254,000, 381,000, and 508,000. Are you with me?
Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes, ma'am.
I have adjusted the
Okay,
partner's
380.
capital account in the new ratio. Are you with me? That
Yes,
means
ma'am.
whatever adjusted capital I have got, I have split in the new ratio and I'm telling now I know the closing capital.
Yeah, no.
Question tells that after you have done this, if there is any balance in their account, it has to be adjusted through partner's current account. Are you with me?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
So if there is any balance in this account, it has to be adjusted through partner's current account. So we start closing per one partner's capital account according to this. Come on,
Yes,
now
ma'am.
tell me. Ram, which side is more?
Um, the credit side.
Credit side is more. What is the total of the credit side? It is 454,000. We had already calculated. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So we will write this on both the sides. 454,000 minus 127,000 minus 12,000. This is going to give us 315,000.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. 454,000.
315,000. This will go where?
315,000. The
Then
debit side because it's less.
what will I write?
Uh, to balance.
Balance is
Wait,
the
no.
as per new profit
No,
sharing
that's already done. Sorry. No.
to Ram's current account.
Okay, two rounds.
Are you with me?
Okay, yes, ma'am.
So the journal entry would be Ram capital account debit to Ram's current account.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you with me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes. It
Come on.
should be partner's current account, right?
Yeah,
Or
so
is it?
Ram's
Okay.
capital debit, Ram
Yeah.
current credit. And if anything appears on this side, closing debit side, that means it is what?
Current
Liability. It will be written on which side? Liability
liability.
side. You have to make a
Liability side.
so. And it will be of on this side, it will appear on the asset side. Okay, are you with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Come on, for Mohan. Which side is
Yeah,
more?
credit side.
How much is the total? We already
495.
calculated it is
Four
468,000.
sixty eight. 468.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. 468,000.
So we had already calculated for Mohan. It is 468,000.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'll write 468 on both the sides, right?
Yes, ma'am.
From 468,000, if I am going to deduct 254,000 minus 9,000, I will have the closing balance that is
205,000.
205,000.
Yes, ma'am.
Can I write only current account because I don't have space?
Yeah, yeah. Yes.
So what will I write now?
205,000. The current account.
205,000 current account. Mohan's current account. I'm giving you time. I want you to close for Soham and Hari. So come on, tell me for Soham which side is more?
Ma'am, the debit side is more.
Debit side is more. What is the total of debit side?
405,000.
405,000. You have put everything, right?
Yeah,
That is
including balance. Yeah.
300,000 plus 4,500 plus 13,500 plus 6,000. 405,000. So I will write 405,000 on both the sides, correct?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
From that, when I deduct 250,000, so I
Yes, ma'am.
will get 155,000. Yeah, and
Yeah,
I will write my
155,000.
current account.
Yes, ma'am.
Similarly, Hari's debit side total is more. How
Yes,
much
ma'am. Debit side total. It is 565,000.
is 565,000?
Is it? No, I think
I'll
it's not.
write 565 on both the sides. From that, when I deduct 200,000, I will get 365,000.
365,000.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is how I close the account.
Yes, ma'am.
Now I have to make the balance sheet. What do I have to make?
The balance sheet.
Sheet. So I close the account. This is what is with me. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
This is what I found out. Current account and the balance closed down. And current account for Soham and Hari. Are you with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's work out the liability side. First thing, the balance closed down will become what? It will become the
Yeah.
capital of
And
Ram
the capital account.
and Hari.
Yes, ma'am.
127,000 for Ram.
Yes, ma'am.
Go for
254,000
Yeah, go
for
go.
Mohan.
Hmm.
And then 381,000 for Sohan and 508,000 for Hari.
Okay, fine. Now what is current account for Ram and Mohan? Where will the current
Current account for
where will the current account
uh debit side.
if it's over here?
Yeah,
Okay?
liabilities
Ram and
side.
Mohan, it will
Yeah.
come on the Ram and Mohan. It is on
Ram and Mohan will go on the asset side. Yeah,
the debit side because it is okay. Ram and Mohan,
because the
350
sacrifice.
and 205. This is Ram's current account and Mohan's current account. And for
Yes, ma'am.
Soham and Hari, it will come on the credit side. Are you
Yes,
with
ma'am.
me?
Yes, ma'am.
Pakka?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You had a workman compensation claim of how much? 150,000
1 lakh 80,000, like 50,000.
claim. This claim is paid or not, you don't know. You've just
Yeah, we don't know.
adjusted against reserve. So this will come in the
Yes.
column. Your fixed assets will come as it is. Your
Yes, ma'am.
current assets will come as it is.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
And your balance sheet should tally. Come on, make the balance sheet. I will wait for you.
Yes, ma'am.